upstairs must like you. You're directly below security control. You just need to find a way up.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yum sushi sounds delicious.
Oh, I could go for some sushi right now.
What about yum sushi?
Mmm.
You know, that man looks like he's in trouble. We should help him. You could tell this is a game that was made in 2010 because in the near future they're using HD DVD.
I gotta wonder if it was a little call out to the Xbox.
Well, I also find it pretty funny that the remake did not come out on Xbox Live Arcade.
Which was probably a good thing.
So here's one of the first instances of like dynamically changing the water level. It lowers when you open this door, going into the elevator. That change is not scripted. The water level will dynamically change and is slightly randomized. Is there depending on the objects that are in the water, as well as the timing of the waves when you enter, when you press the door there.
Oh, that's really cool.
So yeah, this is the first game to actually use dynamic fluid rendering technology.
My arms are shaking.
Because even BioShock had pre-baked animations, lovingly handcrafted pre-baked animations.
Look good.
Yes.
Like, don't get us wrong.
But the water levels were still static. And
yeah.
The water probably looked objectively better, but the levels wouldn't change.
Ah.
Anyway, back to XBLA, there's an extra button press for taking documents off of bodies. Same thing for pretty much any item, things like ammo, stuff like that.
They really made some poor decisions in the original release.
We see that water poster over there. Let's go see what this guy's up to.
Chief!
Your goddamn security system's got me trapped in here! Got me trapped in here!
I'm detecting water behind the door.
Okay, I need side scan. I can use that to open it. Chief! Where's the nearest console?
Upstairs! The office above me! Go! Now!
Right, okay.
Oh, beg bad Billingham needs an engineer to come to his rescue. This is priceless.
You know, in some ways I kind of prefer Scoot's original voice actor. I mean, yes, Scoot's new voice actor is probably objectively better, and he doesn't sound like he was recorded in a bathroom, but I like the personality more in Scoot's old VA.
What are you talking about? Scoot's office was in the bathroom.
Also, this is one of the few changes I don't like. They took away the cutscene when that bridge collapses, and it's really easy to fall right into it and down, and then you have to climb back up again.
Alright, so not everything was perfected.
Almost everything was corrected. That's like one of the very few changes that I don't like in Prophecy. Anyway. This guy's glowing orange. This means he has something plot important. So he has a frequency key. This is another type of puzzle that we'll be seeing.
More hacking.
Scoot, I found something. Looks like a frequency key. Ah, it's a Mavi E-Vision program. Let's see if I can decode it.
Ciphers and frequency keys are another puzzle. This one's pretty easy, though. So we're going to get out our Mavi, which is basically the iPad.
Alright.
And we're going to follow these directional markers over to where the cipher is.
What the hell is taking you so long?
Ah, shut up, Billingham.
Hang on. There's some kind of cipher.
Cipher.
So there's the cipher. It contains both the instructions for the terrorists, as well as the encryption key for the door to progress to the next area.
Okay, so it's
in the PC version and in the Pure update that I mentioned earlier, they also write out the instructions on the walls, which you can only see with the Mavi. Those instructions are also visible in a document folder when you download the cipher. I'm just leaving them here. If you want to see them, if you're watching this at home, you could pause the video. But they'll be included in the documents. Anyway, I want to go back and show you the XBLA version of this, because the cipher puzzles in the old version were really annoying.
Scoot, I found something. It looks like a frequency key.
First of all, check out this amazing tutorial for how to use the cipher scan.
Oh my god!
All the tutorials are like this, and they are all incredible.
Even the tutorial is jank.
Let's see if I can decode
It's just amazing.
It's so bad.
There is a quick, like a quick hotkey for the Mavi. I think it's down on the D-pad. But I was also showing off that there's a jankier way to use the Mavi as well.
There's an encryption on the door lock.
What the hell?
Also, there's a lot of lag when you use the Mavi in the XBLA version. So the ciphers in the same place on XBLA, but they don't have the the instructions written on the walls. If you want to read the instructions, you have to like go into the documents menu.
Oh.
Goddamn engineers! Move it!
On the XBLA version, when you decrypt the frequency key, there's always this little FMV that plays.
I can't wait to see the look on G.I. Joe's face when he's rescued.
It really serves no purpose other than to waste time.
Pad the game a little.
So back in the PC version, where things make sense, when you decrypt a door, it just opens. Thankfully, they got rid of it because it's really annoying. It's only a couple of seconds each time, but they really add up. Oh yeah, just walk across that metal pipe that was just, you know, it just had a bunch
Burning.
of... It was just burning there a couple of seconds there.
Now she has no hands now.
There's dialogue that was cut here.
I'm never gonna let her be into this. They'll be murdered.
I guess there wasn't a non-Scottish way to put that. Also, this cutscene was completely changed in Prophecy, so I'm going to be showing both versions of it in full.
Shit. Hide gate, now.
Area clear!
I tell you, Kate.
Shit.
Hide, Kate. Now. Don't move, Kate. Don't let him hear you go. It's gonna be alright.
Hey, come on, move ahead now. The office is straight ahead.
So we got our first introduction to our Hans Gruber terrorists here, I guess.
You're giving them a lot of credit.
Also, as soon as you, whenever you see that M symbol there, that sort of like anarchy sign with an M, it means there's a document around here somewhere. And there's that guy that we saw before. We'll find out a little more about him later in this video. So this is the site scan module. This is what's going to allow us to open doors with the Mavi.
Alright.
Okay, I've got side scan.
Right. Now get back to Billingham and use it to remotely open that door. And be quick, Kate. I can't ridicule Billingham if he's dead.
Uh-oh, we gotta speedrun this.
Uh-oh.
I found out who these lunatics are. They call themselves the Neo-Malthusians.
Malthusians?
Not to be confused with the postmodern Malthusians.
Twisted solution to the population flood. Global genocide.
I always preferred Malthusian Classic.
I tried New Malthusian, but I don't know, I kind of prefer Diet Malthusian.
Once you save Billingham, it's his problem. You just concentrate on getting off that deck. Quick.
Malthusian Zero is just better for you.
Both versions of Scoot really have a problem with saying the word deck in a non-sexual manner, I've noticed. Alright, so, going back to the XBLA version here...
I can't ridicule Billingham if he's dead, can I?
Here's a slightly different, just like a slightly different take. Also, you have only 45 seconds to save Billingham.
Wow.
Quick, Kate, use this
Which means that I was cutting it a little close here. So I was fiddling around with the controls, trying to, because of the lag. So I saved Billingham with 1 second left.
Oh my god, you're cutting a little close.
Yeah. Hey, I got an achievement out of it. That's a story achievement, though.
My hero.
That is actually a quote from a cutscene that's going to happen a little later, though. We don't need that document. We're gonna pick it up in the PC version.
Are you okay?
Took your time, didn't you?
I gotta say, Billingham is an amazing ventriloquist. Just the fact that he's able to speak through those coughs.
Officers get the job
I
done.
don't believe I'm hearing this pish.
Now, maybe you want to tell me what the hell's going on with your...
So here's where I demonstrate the difference in mouth flapping. Kate has no mouth flapping at all. None. Whereas in Prophecy, she mouth flaps constantly. I know I mentioned it before in the previous video, and now I was just demonstrating it.
Wow.
So we got a couple of different objects, including a character profile. Again, I'm going to be reading those in another video. Here's a pretty interesting document. Sorry, a pretty interesting object over here. These are some cigars that were given to Billingham. I wanted to get you something to help you mellow out, which was suitable for your image. Unfortunately, they were all out of aromatherapy kits.
Box of cigars.
Although, interestingly, in the XBLA version, this object has no flavor text. I don't know whether they forgot to put it in or whether they just didn't think of it. Anyway, let's go hack this console. Success!
Okay, we've got security level 1. That should unlock the main access routes.
Oh, my hero. Now, you better get off this deck. Go to the shuttle plaza. You should be able to get there with your level 1 access.
Wait! Where are you going?
To find a weapon. Somebody has to take back this ship, and I could do without any more complications.
Son of a bitch!
Screw him, Kate. We don't need that super strength prick.
So coming up is a cutscene that is exclusive to the Prophecy version, and I'll explain why that is after this.
Good evening. There has been a change to tonight's scheduled broadcast. I'm afraid Nanocell's announcement has been postponed. Forever. We, the armies of Malthus, will tear down the unholy towers of Nanocell and put an end to mankind's gluttony once and for all. You will be condemned to die in agony and in shame. However, there is an alternative for those of you who do not wish to suffer a slow and excruciating death. If you require assistance in this, my men will be only too happy to help.
Mila. She's behind everything. She smuggled the Malthusians on board.
Jesus.
So, Mila Krass. In the original version of this game, the reveal that Mila Krass is the one behind the Neo-Malthusians is a reveal at the very end of the game, with practically no foreshadowing unless you were looking at those wanted posters, which only show up at the very beginning, right here. This is changed in Prophecy, so she actually has like a bunch of screen time to herself, and these little cutscenes.
Okay.
Also, she is the leader of this group, the Neo-Malthusians. They are based on the philosophy of Thomas Malthus, late 18th century English philosopher and Anglican reverend. To give like a really basic version of his beliefs, basically he thought that population growth would always outrun food supply, and eventually the excess population would cause everyone to starve to death by divine retribution. And the Neo-Malthusian school of thought basically takes that idea, but it uses it to encourage population control to ensure that there are more resources for less people, whether it's through abstinence, birth control, or in this case, just killing all the bourgeoisie.
A little extreme, but okay.
Yeah, just a tad. Anyway, enough philosophy. Here's some pretty water effects.
Keep going, Kate. Don't look back. You can do this.
That is still really impressive.
As you would expect from a game where there's lots of water. The swimming controls are really good. Even in the original version, actually. So we're gonna go back over to the central station access because now we activated those doors.
The elevator to the plaza! They've encrypted it!
Check the bodies for the frequency key.
No! The frequency key! It's not here! It's somewhere in the loading bays!
Oh, shit!
Listen, Scoot. You've done enough for me already. You need to get off A deck. I'll be okay.
No. Don't even think about it. You're my responsibility and I'm staying. Now wait. I think I found a route to the loading bay. You're not gonna like it, but just check your map.
Okay, let's check our map. We'll use the 3D controls to check our map. Wait, where are you taking us, Scoot? God damn it, Scoot.
No.
Yeah, we gotta swim all the way up there. All the way where that green dot is.
You can't be serious.
I'll be with you the whole way, Kate.
I was saying pretty much the same thing, and I got a good laugh out of that. I like it when a game and me are on the same wavelength. So I'm switching over to the XBLA version for this, and you'll see why in a second. So we're gonna swim up the elevator shaft. And you're pretty much guaranteed to take at least some damage here, but thankfully Kate has regenerating health.
They were at least mostly fair about that. Oh.
Yeah, apparently that's like a perk of being in an Oxford sorority, is you get regenerating health. Also, in the XBLA version, this is where Act 1 would end, right here.
Thank God, Kate.
Although, in the PC version, it goes a little further, just for a couple more maps. So we're going to be playing that before we go on. Act 2 is going to be next video, so we're just gonna show the rest of Act 1 on PC. We're going to get a new mechanic.
An LP4.
Finally, a lucky break. Okay, ammo?
Sonic rounds. Ah, great.
So this is the LP4. It's the gun that is it's going to be standard. It's got some custom ammo, but for now we only have the sonic rounds, which are non-lethal generally speaking, but if you have several charged shots, you can kill a guy with it. I will not be getting all of the medals in this LP, and the main reason for that is because one of the medals is for completing the entire game using only sonic rounds, and this game has multiple ammo types, and I want to show them all off. So there will be at least one medal that I will not be getting. Also, you can make little splishy splashes in the water with the sonic rounds. With that, and they all have physics that are very useful when fighting men.
That is kind of neat. That's very neat.
And you can also, yep, you can charge as well.
People of the world, prepare to witness the fall of Nanocell. Many have already surrendered to the inevitability of their fate, and those who continue to resist us do so in vain. Nanocell's deluded vision is at an end. The human virus which consumes our planet will spread no further. Surrender to your fate.
So you get points at the end of every act for combat, interaction, and medals. And there are leaderboards for those points.
That are still up.
Yes, they are still up for even the XBLA version, although it's only for Pure. It's not for the original unpatched version. So while we're here, I am going to go over to the Wayback Machine, excuse me, and I'm going to read you the official backstory as given on the old Hydrophobia website.
So the leaderboards are still up, but the website's not.
No, the website is down. If you try to go to hydrophobia-game.com, it redirects to like Fortnite hacks or something. But this is if you in the Wayback Machine, this is the most recent capture that we have that's currently in the website. But this is the official backstory. So here we go. It's gonna take a sip of water. This is all going in because this is absolutely amazing. You guys need to hear this too. All right, here we go. Control is an illusion. 2051. The world has become consumed by the ever-rising tide of the global population flood. Fertile land has been reclaimed by rising oceans and expanding deserts, resulting in famine and poverty on an unprecedented scale. Water is now mankind's most precious resource, and conflict erupts wherever it flows. A new political and ideological struggle has arisen. On one side are the Malthusians, who seek to control and reduce the global population. On the other side, the Cornucopians, who want to find a technological solution to feed it. As desperation turns to despair, extremists on both sides are emerging. Only one bugle of the old capitalist world survives. The Queen of the World is the largest ship ever to grace the oceans, a colossal city at sea where the wealthy elite live in exile from the chaos which surrounds them. On board this stateless paradise, the 5 founding fathers set aboard pursuing their cornucopian research unimpeded. The contempt of the outside world is offset by Nanocell Corporation, one of the 5, who promised to develop nanotechnology to purify seawater at the molecular level and make the deserts bloom with the food of the world. But as they move closer to their goal, the bitterness of fanatical Malthusians grows. The so-called Neo-Malthusians timed their attack perfectly. 9.8 billion. Holy shit, 9.8 billion? Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently because it's a global population crisis, but apparently there's 9.8 billion people in the world. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I gotta get back to the character. 9.8 billion watch as they recast hope as hatred, following a prophecy to commit global genocide, drowning the planet with blood as they slash the world's population to a mere 500 million righteous souls. A prophecy they will soon find themselves in a position to fulfill. So there you go. That's the backstory for Hydrophobia. They're gonna kill. What is it? Hold on a second. Let me just do the math
Quick
here.
maths. Okay, for the record, while we're doing that, the current world population as of January 2019 is 7.7 billion.
So they're basically looking to kill like 95% of the human population.
That's very ambitious.
Like, even Thanos would think of the Malthusians and say, "Look, just tone it down a little bit, okay?
Take it down to about half.
At least,
and we'll be good."
Yeah. Why are you putting in all this effort where you could just snap your fingers? It's so much easier.
Yeah, look. And half the world is... The popular half of the world is gone.
Or just,
You just have the leftovers.
Just be like Mila, kill all the rich people. Make it so much easier.
Yeah!
It's not... We are... the Occupy movement, it doesn't say we are the 5%. There's a lot less rich people in the world if you're just going to kill them.